So I had some of my paintings up at the city office buildings in West Bountiful for almost a year and a half, maybe longer, while I was gone on my mission. And some of them are home now. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about these paintings that had been in the show. This painting is called Daydreaming in Durango. It's a 14 by 22 inch watercolor. It is, this painting was my first venture into the National Watercolor Society show. So that was very exciting to get into that show. And I received the honor of signature status. So this little lady caught my eye as she sat on a bench outside a store in Durango, Colorado. People were pressing in and out of the store, and the train was whistling in the background. This painting has kind of captured that chaos. There are just shapes all over this painting. And there she is in the middle of all this chaos of shapes going every which way and angles going every which way. Sitting there kind of just staring off into the distance. So I wanted to capture this in the painting. I love the colors in the hat that kind of draw your attention to her. You've got lines coming down facing her. That's interesting. You can almost feel the texture on that coat. And the things in the background were as important to this painting as the little lady in the foreground. It was also fun to get those knees in there and part of the bag and her hands. That all became an important part of the painting. This painting is called Hello Ladies, 14 by 22 watercolor. This painting won Jurors Award in the Utah Watercolor Society Spring Open Show, traveled around the state during 2016. I love this little group of ladies sitting in the background, checking out the main character in the painting. So sometimes you have to combine things in a painting to that aren't there in your original photo or the original scene you capture. And I thought the combination of this man and these women here added to the picture. And you got this little walker here. He's kind of oblivious, and the ladies are checking him out. I thought it made a interesting watercolor painting. So this painting is called Yeller Slickers. It's called Yellow Slickers. We were at Zion's National Park, and at the top, very top of the shuttle run, these three people got off of the shuttle. They're all decked out, ready for the surprise spring snow that came. Brightness of their yellow slickers fit well with the deep red of the wet sandstone in Zion's National Park. So this is a little bit of a chaotic picture too. You've got the chaos of the new snow on the leaves that are going every which way. But then you have the brightness, which kind of stands out of these bright yellow slickers on these two men. And then the woman in the middle has the white that kind of matches the snow in the background. So it made a good painting. It's got some nice vertical lines coming down, and then horizontal lines coming into the painting, into this figure. And then this man is just kind of staring out again, kind of like the lady in Durango was doing, just looking out at the snow and the trees. A different kind of scene to look out on. The lady in Durango was looking out at chaos. This man here is just looking out at the grandeur of the mountains and beauty of Zion's National Park around them. So this is called Greeting the Morning. It's a 21 by 29 inch watercolor. On this cold February morning in New York City, the wind blew between the buildings like a cold winter hang-in wind. The frozen air bit right through my coat as bundled people headed off to their New York destination. So this painting has a different feeling than the last two paintings. There's kind of a quiet that you don't usually associate with New York, but it is so cold there, and it is so bright with that sun coming down, so the shadows are lighter than they would be because the light is so intense. And you just have people off heading to work and off heading to their other destinations, but they also have to deal with that cold wind. And then in the background, you just have these nice, subtle figures that are in the background that add to the painting. Greeting the morning. So this last painting is Morning Breaks. 14 by 22 inch watercolor. Sun hit the cliffside before it shone on the homes below in beautiful downtown Orderville, Utah. Beauty can be found all around us in the largest cities and the smallest towns. You knew the sunlight was coming. Kind of like this little painting, because even though the house and everything is in shadow, you see that first light of the sun on those mountain peaks behind it, and you know it's just going to drop down and hit that house. So I love the just the very beginning of the morning that is shown in this painting. So everything from a city in Durango to Zion's National Park, New York City, to a little house and cliff in Orderville, Utah. It's amazing what you can try to capture in your watercolor paintings, and it makes a great adventure out of life to go visit those different places once we can visit those places again, and then be able to take the time to capture them in a watercolor. So there's a lot of time now to capture them in watercolor. So I hope you guys find some pictures that you want to paint and paint away.